Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric, and this is Rome, and we're back with some more MW5 mercenaries. We're going to do a little bit of an AI test today. We've been talking about AI kind of behaviors and how that relates to what role you, as the human pilot, can realistically or easily play within the Lance. I tend to do a lot of face hugging. I like to brawl. I like to go with AC-20s and SRMs, and I do a lot of that. And SRMs are... they're overpowered a little bit as far as balance the rest of the game. They're in a very, very good place right now, which means a lot of people tend to SRM, a lot of people tend to brawl, a lot of people tend to face hug. And we get this option or this belief that you must do that because the AI is not capable of going in and killing what it needs to kill or do what it needs to do. And as such, you always end up kind of being swarmed and having to play it at close range because it's difficult to control, to dictate the range of your fight if these guys can't hold down their share. Now, completely different if you're playing co-op. Co-op, you can more or less play any role and be effective at it because the rest of your players can be counted on doing their roles. We're running TableTopAI right now, and it has specific roles built into the game that in theory are better than the stock AI roles, or at least in the opinion of the mod author. I think a lot of people run it because clearly it's a mod, so it must be better than the default. I don't believe that's really true. I think the AI in vanilla is in a pretty decent place right now, just as it is. They do have, I believe, some random kind of behaviors per pilot, and you will see some pilots that are more apt to go in and brawl versus others that do want to stay back. I haven't dove into the code on that. I couldn't tell you exactly how that works, but I'm generally pretty happy with it. But I do notice that, you know, you have to watch each pilot. Some pilots are gonna take more damage than other pilots, and it's just the way it is, right? Some pilots they're gonna decker, right? They're gonna go in and they're gonna die. So this, we have control over what that role is. We're not waiting on something, but we don't necessarily have a lot more vision into what has been done within the AI. So what we're going to do is we are going to play a missile boat in this case. You play missile boat. We're looking at a long range where we sit back, we send in the Lance. That has to do somewhat with some potential storylines in the future. We've also been talking about in the comments something where maybe you start with that that ancestral larger mech, or maybe you're a veteran mech pilot from a mercenary company that now no longer exists, or, you know, you were in the military and you've gotten out and it was your personal mech and you're trying to build your own Lance or whatever. The idea is, how do you, instead of playing a close range, can you play long range? Can you maybe start with smaller mechs that run up and do that? That's kind of the idea, right? So we're going to start with the missile boat this time. This is the second time I've recorded it. The first time I screwed it up, and the first time I went with the rifleman, and I went with sniper. So I'm changing it up just to keep things interesting for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to run all of our AI pilots on Scout. So you can see right here, Scout, light recon units may use domain to fight vehicles, turrets, light mechs, target preference, light, fast units. If it's a VTOL tank or target is targeted, they'll aggressively engage at close range. If it's a fast mech, they'll engage in a circle fight. If it's a slow mech, they'll engage in hit and run tactics. We're fine with that. And they want to be engaged at will. So in theory, they're not relying on our targets to do what they need to do. They should be able to pick their own targets. So my idea is I sit back on the hill, I direct traffic. I try to put these guys in good places, not by telling them who they need to kill, but by telling them where I would like them to be. So we'll use F1, F3, which is go to my plate, go to this spot, and put them kind of where we want, somewhere in front of us. We sit back up on a hill or wherever it may be, and we rain death in from above while they do what they want to do. We've gone for a couple Phoenix Hawk heroes and a Wolfhound hero, because why not? You know, we don't see all this stuff every time, so we'll run Grinner there, and then we've got Kobold, and I don't know what this one is, and it doesn't tell us in the little deal, but it's cool. It's does 13.24 damage per second in theory, which is more than the Kobold. Kobold has an alpha of 41. This is an alpha of 42. This little guy does 5.5, but with an alpha of 30, and he's got an ER large laser and some ECM. So let's drop. I've given us kind of a crazy kind of Joker paint scheme just because it's bright. That's really the extent of it. Let's go ahead and we'll give these guys we'll just give them the AI pilots. We'll let them pick what they are based on kind of the difficulty level. I assume they're probably going to be regular. We'll just make them regular. At this point of the game, hopefully that's what we have.
targets have given our employer nothing but problems. We have been hired as a solution. Find them and put them down for good. We'll be on standby to evac you once the job is done.
All right, I'm gonna come running up here, maybe to the end of this little deal here. We'll see where that puts us. We can drop our people in. We're just doing an assassination. I wanted something that would let us kind of have to change target and move from spot to spot and see how effective we were at that. So we're at 13. I've got about 900 range. She's already blowing stuff up. I'm wondering if we go ahead, I'm going to send them all the way down to like there. It is possible. Don't tell me that. There you go. And I'm going to stand probably right here on the ridge of this, on the lip of that hill there. They're faster than me. They should get there a little bit quicker.
Jump jet fuel low. Jump jet fuel empty.
They're already shooting stuff, which is what we want to see. They're going after the light stuff. I'm going to put them right here initially, and I'm going to back up. They should hopefully go after that because that's a vehicle. I'll use my medium lasers to deal with this. You're always getting problems with fast movers, right? Especially when you're dealing with lower weight missions. They're going to be fast. You know, we've got these guys here doing their job, and they do appear to be doing it fairly well. I'll move them up to somewhere like that. We'll see where that goes. We'll kind of come up here, maybe sit on this hill. These guys have jump jets. The Wolfhound does not. Okay, where do I want to go where I can get vision?
Our target is not here. Let's hope we have better look at the other locations.
I told them to head down that direction. So once again, we're going to kind of sit up here. Start putting out some missiles on people. Oh, you know what we do need to do? We need to put them on engage at will. So now they can pick their own targets. I mean, they're picking them mostly, but I think when they're focused fire, they're looking more at what my target is and less about kind of what else, other threats they personally have aggro with. Interesting. I just shot the hill, even though it doesn't look like I should have. Let's try that again. There we go. That guy has AMS. Let's... Okay. Got missiles coming out. Oh yeah, we got a trench bucket in there. I'm going to send our guys down a little bit farther in. We'll run them down the hill. I want to make sure that they have the range to deal with everything. Clearly somebody's got LRMs in there. I see another, maybe it's another trench bucket. I don't know. Let's bring the fight down. All right. Well, we don't have to do too much movement then, do we? He's just about lost his legs. Oh yeah, he's toast. I'm just gonna kind of rotate this way. I think I'll leave them where they're at since that guy's coming in right now. I think they're in a good spot. We could actually more or less put them kind of here-ish so they'll use maybe the buildings more as cover. Send some more missiles out on that guy. But so far, we're able to dictate range pretty well. Looks like maybe that's a Griffin in there. And a Blackjack. Man, this fight's getting to be intense. Let me put some missiles on this guy. See if we can finish him off. Oh, you came close enough for us to use the lasers for. So we'll do that again. Get him with some missiles on the way out. He's just about done. All right, who do we got over here? And again, they're picking their own fights. They're doing the tanking. They're holding everybody down here, though. They're doing enough damage and aggro. I was trying to get that leg off. See, he's gonna land close enough. Well, I just about took the other one off. All right, I'm gonna roll over here. All right, let's send them up to the walls there. And I'm gonna kind of rotate over here a little bit. All right, I told them to head into the walls. And we were right. It is a Griffin. That was were the LRMs. ERPPC. That's a tough mech right there. I mean, it's still a Griffin, but ERPPC instead of regular, and a big LRM-20 on him. Well, he's lost the arm that doesn't mean anything. I'll send in some missiles on this guy. I don't know that he's really an issue anymore. I'm out of missiles. So yes, I was able to effectively play LRM games. Ooh. Maybe we'll get some ammo out of this? Let's see. We can do some ammo. Maybe we get a missile reload here. Nope. Oh, I lied. We did. We did. All right.
Oh, I've lost a component. Got another one.
All right. So, well, we took off this small laser. We've killed everything except what we need to kill. Well, now they're hiding in the walls here. All right, I'd put them on a target. I was trying not to do too much of that, but he's hiding. He's going back there to hide. He's got no armor left. He's done.
I'm no more use in this fight. I'll eject.
All right.
Enemy mech down.
Should have ejected a little faster, did it?
Kill confirmed. I'm getting 0 reactor signature from the targets.
All right.
Looks like we got them all. We fulfilled our contract.
Little dead fire in there on him. I think that worked okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bail. And we'll come back and do something very, very similar. But we will do it with a different role, probably a brawler role. We'll leave him on... there we go. We'll leave them on so they can pick their own targets. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. He did 1,000 damage, 400 damage, 565. We did okay, 628. Right? We only took 48. But I think it did what it needed to do. We got 2 of the mechs. They got 4 of them. I killed 3 turrets. They got 13. 2 units to 1. Kills are pretty well spread across. I think that was an effective fight, and we're just going to leave it exactly as it is. We're going to go confirm. We're going to go in here now, and I'm going to change all of their loadout, their ideas. We're going to put them on Ambusher. So as we take a look here, Ambusher prefers slow, heavily... Well, it says they're slow, heavily armed city fighters that use cover to engage. So that's fine. We'll do that. But target preference is heavy. If they're greater than 300 and they have jump jets, they'll jump towards it. If they're less than 300, they'll try to use buildings and stuff like that. And oh, I don't want Ambusher. I'm sorry. I want Brawler. I lied. Target preference heavy. Focus fire, they'll use vanilla logic. Fire at will, they'll use range tactics based on the weapons they have. That's what we're going to do. Give me a second. I'll set them all, and I'll drop, and I'll see you on the planet.
This group troopers prove to be a nuisance for our employers. We're
All
charged
right.
with making sure that we find them and put them in the ground. Good hunting, everyone.
All right, got them on fire at will, right? F1 yeah. So they're on fire at will, so we will run up here and do essentially the same thing we did last time, where we'll just move them up in front of us. Somebody's shooting me.
Tango down.
Didn't expect it from that direction. We'll send them to that ridge first. I'll let them kind of run ahead of me here a little bit. And then I'll follow them down. Let them kind of clear the area as they go. Hey, we got some loot. We're going to ignore it for now because it doesn't really do much good for us, but... All right, there we go. I'm going to stay back. Put some missiles on them. I'm going to let them... They should be able to handle one javelin. I'll put a few missiles out, but there's no real need to... for me to waste too many missiles on this. Come here, maybe put some lasers on him. Yeah, he's lost one leg. He's lost the other leg. We're okay. They're going to take some shots there. I'll roll up here. We'll move him down to the next section. I'm going to set him kind of right there. Take care of whoever's in that section there. I'll come up here and sit up on the hill for a minute, I think. Put somebody back there. I will put some missiles on him. Did they get rid of the turret that was over there? I'm going to send them there. I'm not going to take any shots. I'm just going to slide back up this hill. I don't want to pull aggro myself. Go up here, sit where we can get a little bit of vision. Yeah, he's on me. Somebody is with that. I think it's him with the AC-10. Which is interesting, because as far as I know, he shouldn't be able to see me. It looks like those shots were coming through the hill. Yeah, there's no way he should have been spotting me. That's okay. All right, I'm going to send them down to right outside the walls.
I can't get there, Commander.
Yes, you can.
I'm showing nothing on scopes that can be identified as our targets. We'll have to move on to the next nav point.
Got it. All right. All right, well, they seem to be taking care of whatever's out here so far. Okay. What happens if... Yeah, there we go. I'm going to put them right in the middle. I'm just going to stick them right in the middle of the base there, and we'll start to send some LRMs in. Just kind of send stuff in as we go. I think he's in trouble.
I'm at the location, Commander.
If this guy turns and comes back at me, that's fine.
Destination reached.
Really, I just blew up the wall. Let me step on these real fast, so I'm not getting shot in the back by him.
I've got readings on all of our targets. Take them out before more hostiles converge on your position.
Okay. All right, this is that javelin that was on us early.
They destroyed one of my components.
Let's just go in and finish him, hopefully.
Target acquired.
What's that? Oh, small laser. I'm going to ignore that for a minute. We're going to jump spin.
New target.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
Yeah, dude, you really should stay close if you're going to fight me with SRMs. All right. What are we working on over here? Oh, we're working on him. We got the AC-20 or LRM-20 and there we go.
New target. Trebuchet.
And a trench bucket. We see him in there? No. All right, I'm going to go kind of rotate this way while they fight in the city walls. Kind of take care of this little stuff, hopefully, as we go. Or not, as the case may be.
Target destroyed. Target.
You're in worse shape than I... Oh, you're right up front here. Kind of extreme range for my medium lasers, but we'll put some shots on you. Thank you for jumping up, making sure I had a good target. That was nice of you.
Destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Oh, one more medium laser on you.
Target destroyed.
All right, how are we doing over here? Where's that other guy? There's somewhere in there. If we get the target on him, we'll sick him on it. We're looking for that black... Oh, there he is.
By the Greek provinces are being torn apart.
There we go. Lost the target, unfortunately.
Jet fuel low.
There we go. He's got some headshots on him. Likes to use his jump jets, which is good for me. Ammo's low. We didn't get a refill this time. I guess we could go look, see if we can find the same one. I think I just burned a tree instead of actually hitting anything. He's got no armor left. Come on, there we go.
Getting better at this.
Oh, look at that. Somebody's jumping up.
My main guy. Good job.
Is that it? I think we did fine.
Target showing up as KIA on my scopes. Great work.
All right. I'm going to just grab everybody, tell them to follow me.
Hours. Fahad will break open a case of Timbuktu when you get back to the ship safely.
Low. Jet
Once again, look at that. The Kobold, 920 damage, 318 for the Phoenix Hawk, 407 for the Wolfhound. Nobody took significant damage, although the Phoenix Hawk definitely was the brawler again. 2 mechs, 1 mech. Total kills 783. This time I did, but remember, we put them on Brawl this time, so their focus was not the little stuff. So while I didn't explicitly go after and try to kill all the helicopters and tanks on my own, I did mostly. I mean, I got 6 turrets, 2 air units, and 2 vehicles. I think 10 is more than I got last time, although honestly... Oh, as I just hit the mic, I'm sorry. Honestly, I don't remember. But I felt fine. I felt good with it. I felt like they focused on what I wanted them focusing on, and I was able to take care of the other stuff around it as I needed to. And so I think I was fine both ways. Both of them focused on the big stuff and then focused on the fast stuff. We had to go after, the one javelin that ended up out running amok. And that's fine. I mean, if you're in, say, an A1 and all you have is LRMs, that could be a little bit more of an issue. But you have to, if that was the case, then we would leave it on having them get the quick, fast movers, and we would just stay back out of the way and take care of what we need to take care of. So I think realistically, long range is viable. I think the AI is consistent enough that it does, that even if we don't know exactly how it's picking its targets and its strategies, I think as long as you sit back, you control the battle, you put them in the right place, don't worry about the target so much. Let the AI pick its own targets. But you leave them where you need to leave them. I think you can do it. I am still thinking about doing our next save as being something along these lines where we start with this bigger mech, and a cheap poor lance as we try to build it up. And where we sit back and play more of the commander type of role rather than the brawler type of role. And we'll see how that goes. And you'll probably see some of this trickle down into the current save as well, our salvage max only save. Because I like playing long range. I like playing snipers. I like playing it. I don't do a lot of it in MechWarrior 5, but that's just habit at this point, right? So I hope this was useful for you. You know, we don't have any hard data. It'd be great if we could, if there's a way to save kind of the logic out, kick out what the weights that each mech pilot had for its targets and why it chose to go one way versus the other. Like specifically what did that. That would be awesome. Like if you just get a kick out on the side for one AI and say, okay, these are his targets, these how they're ranked, and see how he kind of picks and chooses. That would be amazing. Don't have that, and I don't have the skill to jump into the editor and evaluate the AI's decision chain more than that. But that's where we're at. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Cheers.